Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Let's make sure this is working today. It is not working successfully, but it is easy to fix. One more clap, because I really like the clapping. There we go. Okay. Today is going to be interesting in more ways than one. 3D Printopia, aka Earth, is happening right now. I was not able to make it this year, but I hope everyone is having a great time. Hopefully this will help the folks that did not get to go to Earth, felt like they were missing out. You'll notice we don't have a printer on the table, but you will notice a very large crate over there. So hello to everyone in the chat. Today we're going to be let's listen
Bougie
for it.
Coffee Fund contribution.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Andrew, for the 10. Very much appreciated. You are always very consistent with the Bougie Coffee Fund donations. I do not have a co-host today. My co-host is only contracted to do 2 streams a month, so this would put us at 3. So she's not with us today, but that's okay because this is so we did a stream last week. I actually did a Patreon stream Tuesday. We're doing a stream today, and then we'll be doing a stream next week. So all kinds of streams going on. I did not record a video of it going down the stairs. So that's the first thing we need to talk about. So we're going to be taking a look at the Peopoly Magneto X. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. We'll see how things go. So, yeah, no problem, Andrew. Hopefully you got to at least watch it back. We were doing a lot of 3D Chameleon troubleshooting. There is a link to this machine if you haven't seen this machine yet. Let me make sure that we're all up to speed. I've been waiting to get my hands on one of these for a while, and Peopoly caught up with us and said, "Hey, we got one ready for you. So we're gonna send it out," and that's awesome. I appreciate all of that. It's not the most affordable machine in the world, and when you're trying to get going like that, sending these out for free is not all that easy to do. So I'm very grateful for that. But it does a few things that other printers don't. So they've tried to simulate somewhat of a maglev type of scenario for their motion system. So it runs on magnets. Now it's not like a true maglev. There is a guide. There's a rail, but to kind of understand how it works, that's the kind of scenario we're talking about here. But what that does is it takes the motor out of it. It's a linear motor at this point, right? It takes the motor out of moving those around. It has an encoder that it runs over the magnets. It allows it to be super accurate as well as really fast. But on the flip side of that, it adds a lot to the weight of the machine. And that's what we need to talk about now. The one who can, hello, all the way from the Bronx. Awesome. Thanks for coming. So, Mike did mention, did we record a video of it getting it down the stairs? So, the FedEx guy bear hugged this thing and just dropped it on the porch. It's actually sitting on like one of those plywood pallets. So, not like a full-on oak pallet, but, you know, a pseudo pallet. So he was a strapping young lad to be able to do that. I brought it in the house, just kind of walked it in, but I do have a walkout door to the basement. So I actually went and got the dolly and strapped it down and took it around the house through the walkout door to where it is right now. Now, yeah, no lovely wife, Tom's out of here. So there is that. On the side of the container, and I want to get this right, it says 47.5 kilograms ship weight. So that's around 105 pounds. So that's the first thing we have to conquer today. The sheer size and weight of this machine. Now, I'm going to probably repeat this several times while we're talking today, don't do the things that I do. Be careful, be safe. I'm not going to endanger anyone by doing some of the things that you're getting ready to see me do, but you could get hurt dealing with things of this size. So just be extra careful. Don't take how I approach things as the best method. Let's put it that way. But we're going to work on it together. Yes, definitely unbox it on the floor. So the first thing we're going to do is just take a look. Yes, secret entrance to the back. Okay. Lift your back, sharp jerking motions. That's right. Let's see if we can just get a position here so that we can take a look at the crate while we decide the best way to deal with this. So we'll just go to this mode for now. So there it is in all of its glory. Now this probably isn't the biggest one of these I've ever done, but maybe the second biggest. I'm going to say that the Zax Z3 weighed more than this one does. But let's just get started and pop the top off of this guy and see what we're going to do with it. I do have the official Chris's Basement Tom Llama knife. I actually, the one of the sides is broken on my knife. I need to print some new handles. I've had this thing forever now. So hopefully we can get the packing weight down. You know, the actual printer weight shouldn't be near as high as the ship weight. That's the theory, right? Do they actually give you PETG CF with this machine? You get kind of a cool layout here. All kinds of info about it. We'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Broken basin, that's not allowed. Ron is at 3D Printopia. I hope you're having a great time, Ron. So good luck without special tools. Well, we'll see how we do. All right. We just have some cardboard inserts here. It's a beast. We might be able to kind of slide it out the side. We'll just have to see how tightly packed in here it is. I can tell you one thing. We are going to make a packing mess before the day is over. That is for sure. Gonna need a winch, huh? I can kind of see chat from here. So it's just in a giant bag, but it's got I think I can do it. I think I can do it. It's got foam and stuff strapped down to it. Future Chris will clean up this mess. Future Chris will take care of my back problems on Monday, right? So I think what we can do, I think I can lift it out of there and then kind of set it on the corner of the box. What do you think? It's a beast, but it's not the worst thing I've ever tried to lift. It is really cool looking, I have to say that. All right. That was the tough part. Getting it chest high was the hard part. So Everything else here is gravy. There we go. Nobody died. 3D printed ceiling mounted gantry powered crane. We could do it. Bankrupt future Chris. Mike, fix some dudes here. Hey, Mike. Powered by PCB Way. Okay. Let's just get a look at this thing. What's going on here? Got keepers holding the races in place. Let's just cut some straps off of this thing. See what's going on. So how's everyone else doing? Since the initial lift is over, now we can settle into chit chat and see how everyone's doing. Mike Fancy, you're in here. I did see that the Kansas Speedway race, NASCAR races this weekend. I'm assuming you'll be watching that. That's our hometown track. He's a Crow XY, not a Core XY. I'm not even sure what you mean, Tom. SV08. 8 was probably a little after this came out. Yeah. Oh, survived the hurricane. Yes. I hope everyone is doing well. I know a lot of people got hit. Hopefully everyone's okay. All of our friends are safe and sound. This looks to be a 400, 300 bed. That's pretty cool. The plate is actually like setting down on the packing. That's very common. So we're going to just manually lift these Z screws a little bit. See if we can slide that out. I have to do one side at a time. Multitasking, cross gantry. Gotcha. Get these boxes out of here. Yeah, we'll take a look at this. Hopefully we can get some sort of an overhead. But yes, it's just got one large Y, right, with an X going across. However you want to look at that. Everything out of there. My wobbly table, or uneven table, the legs allow you to level it, so that's nice for people with a table like me. We've got some tape up here. Wham bam size workspace. A soft blue coating on the frame. Maybe it kind of looks that way. There's a lot of light right next to it, Mike. It's actually kind of like a gunmetal. Well, I don't even want to say it's kind of a graphite color, let's say. So there's an HDMI and a USB. Guessing that's for the screen. Let's see what is in the filament box. Yeah, PETG-CF. That's cool. Toolbox gray color, yeah. Joel Driver's here, hello. Welcome to the family. Safety first, team lift, you saw it. We did that. They went through to make sure you check the power supply, all that good stuff. Let's see what's in here. PLD Designs, hello. Carbon fiber plate, cool. Spectre 3D V3i is here, hello. So we have our screen. Should be in the background. It's sitting right over there. I had to print some stuff with that for the last time we did a stream, I think. I don't remember, but we were printing while we were streaming. Log got set there on the floor, but it'll be back shortly. I just got to rearrange. So we get a bunch of tools. We get our own snips, which are pretty nice looking snips. We get some hex keys and a screwdriver. We get some glue, a glue stick. We have a spare hot end. That's cool. We've got a USB to maybe I2C style cable. Maybe they have to do some flashing, or in case you have to do some troubleshooting. This is what you'd use. Here is the Wi-Fi antenna, a power cord, and scrapers. And a spool holder. That has a Bowden setup on it, so that you can reverse Bowden. Awesome. PLD Designs gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. I'm kind of torn because there are no official directions here. Oh, there's a scan me. Let's do it just for fun. No, I did not get the enclosure parts, but I did see that they were doing some sort of deal. If you buy one of these, you get the free enclosure now, so that's cool. We'll see. I think the enclosure is still pretty new. We'll see what we can do about that in the future. So this just takes you to their site. It does not take you directly to the direction. So that's what that QR code does. Now we know. Magneto X. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. No instructions. The only I would, except for the screen. I wonder if they have anything interesting to tell me about the screen. Setup guide on the Peopoly wiki. Preparation. Don't lift this by yourself. So when I'm on Twitter later complaining about my back, you'll know why. Linear motor protection. They want you to inspect a few things. All the guides and protectors are still on. Let's go ahead and pull those off. The extruder looks like it's in good shape. Whoa! There's some magnets in there. So they put protectors over those guides. It's pretty good size. That's for sure. Mutant in the room. Let's get this over here. Boy, it really does flow nice. Nice and smooth track. There's one little piece of that protector on the other side, so they kind of hold the tool head in place. Cut these off this Bowden tube. We can see what's going on. They also have a zip tie around the part fans and tool head down below too, just to make sure everything's in place. So it's well packed. That is for sure. All right. Oh, there's one down there. Zip ties everywhere. There's one in the back here. Don't miss them. Check it 2 or 3 times. Make sure you got them all. There's a protector down here too. There we go. Now we're moving free. Cool. Very well made. It looks pretty sturdy. It's going to be rocking and rolling, I have a feeling. Pacemaker warning. Hey, good looking out, Mike, because a lot of the build plates do have that warning. Are Vorons obsolete in 2024? I mean, there's much debate about that, right? I think there's a valid conversation to have there. There's so many super fast printers just out of the box that are pretty affordable. It would be hard. I mean, unless you just really liked building machines, it'd be hard to justify the cost of a Voron kit nowadays, you know? Still solid machines, but this is kind of interesting. Place, they want you to use this X protector to help you line up the Z screws. So place it between the stepper motor and the L bracket as seen in the below picture. The yellow cover is used as a height guide for prepping the L bracket for installing build platform. Do what now? Ah. So I guess on some of these models, this was actually separated. Like they packed this separate so that you would install it, but ours is fully assembled. Yes, it's already attached, so that's cool. So there you go. Dave confirmed it. He has one of these. Do what now? uh, installing the screen. You're right, Dave. They tell you that there's the antenna. So there's a couple of longer screws that we put the screen on. So let's do that. We want to do things right. We don't want to mess anything up. Here at Chris's Basement, we'd never dream of tearing anything apart the second we got here. That's kind of my motto. I'm here. Let's tear something apart. So we'll just screw this on. Ron! The Happy Extruder is here. Ron, I hope you're safe. I hope the storm is going as well as it can down in your area. How easy is it to get replacements for that bed being an odd size? You mean like sheets? Because I mean, the bed is actually just a giant piece of aluminum. The sheet is at 300, 400. 300, 400 is fairly common. You should be able to get those from a lot of different manufacturers. Good, good. I'm glad, Ron. How many printers do I currently own? A lot. I couldn't even tell you the number. I would guess, if I just had to take a quick guess, there's probably around 40 over there right now. Now, maybe like 10 of those I actually use. There's just a lot of them sitting around waiting for me to find a new home for them. But I haven't taken any printers in recently. This is the first new one we've done that wasn't a build in a long time. So if I'm missing anything important, yell it out. I don't have my assistant today to guide me through the chat. Okay, so they have like their Bowden coupler is attached to the spool holder they offer. So that's kind of a reverse. We don't have to, we'll do filament from the sky today, so we probably don't have to deal with that. They do talk about a wired Wi-Fi antenna, and we got just the screw-on type. And there is a round hole right here. And that's what it is. It is a Wi-Fi connector. Here, you want to do one of these views. So right there is a connector for your Wi-Fi antenna. There's that. There's a USB port. It already has magnets and stuff for doors for their enclosure. So that's all built in. The only thing I'm concerned about right at the moment is what the voltage is set to. I'm just trying to get a lay of the land of what's going on around here because everything is built into the base. So it's everything's nice and hidden. Should I risk rupturing myself to take a look underneath here? Hey John, how you doing? Do they ask them to level it with a carpenter's level? I don't know. Says to, oh, on the other side, the side that you can see. Nice. So they go through the effort to call it 110. So that's good to know. What do we got here? This is filament sensor, I guess. So in the guide, they show a reverse Bowden. This actually has the Bowden tube running through the cable chain. And there's a load and unload button on top of the print head. That's kind of neat. Nifty. Nifty. Does there happen to be an Ethernet jack? That's a good question. I do not see one. But maybe there's one like on the board that we can't see. I don't know. All right. I guess I could have plugged in the power while I was over there on that side, huh? I think we're pretty much ready to go. It came on. There's some green lights. I hear things. The screen is booting. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get you a shot of that screen. If it's super bright, you might be able to see it. It should just run unaltered Clipper. It's on the bottom. Okay, cool. Thank you, Dave. John O'Shaughnessy is here. Hello, John. Nice, nice. uh, so yes, that's basically just a Clipper screen. Nothing, and that's what I like to personally. That's what I like to see with these machines. They just put Clipper on them. They configure it. They don't mess with it. They make it, close to the standard Clipper project. So you could probably configure this. Well, let's see what it says now that I'm. Let's not do any more assumptions than we have to. So the screen's working. We're good there. Extruder light check. Observe. There is a light back there. Yes. Green, both lights. That looks right. So they say if you manually move it just a little bit, it should resist. And it is definitely locked in. So they're active. Indicator light check. Both the ones in the front are green. Listen to unusual noises. Gotcha, gotcha. It looks like you can do pretty much everything from the touchscreen. So let's just make sure everything's working. Egg rolls while watching. Life is good. How's your shoulder, Tom? Is it getting better? I know we spoke just last week, but maybe you got a little better in a week. It uses Orca Slicer. Okay. It uses a fork because of the encoders, but they're working on mainlining. Cool, cool. Echoes of a flux capacitor. Chris Russell is here. My B fam. 3D Punk Tech. Hello. Annoying more than painful. Well, at least you're coming along. Okay, so let's just make sure the heaters work. We'll just do stuff here from the front, from the screen. So let's just set it to PLA, 195 and 40. Let's just make sure the temperature rises and the fans kick on, all that good stuff. The other Chris R. Use the fork. All right, I'll give that to you because I know you and all. I'll give it to you. All right, so it got up to temp super fast. It's already there. That's a good sign. Let's uh let's just see if it'll home. Let's go all in, right? Let's go home. Home all. It's moving. Oh, it's moving. Z's moving. Chris 1 and Chris 2. Chris Russell definitely has to be Chris 1. You misspelled curse. I like it. Good morning. Good morning. Claus. Awesome. Well, we all need a nickname. I'm older. uh, Arvid, good morning. Okay, it's almost there. Awesome. So the nozzle is the probe on this machine, which is, I really like that design. That's good to see. We have homed successfully. It does have gantry leveling on the screen, so let's do that since we did move those Z motors to unpack it. Let's let it do its leveling sequence. Most of the test prints on the SD card are PETG. Okay. Okay. Did we even get a card? We got a four-way wrench, which I really like four-way wrenches. I don't know why. I have a thing for those. I don't. Unless there's one like on the screen, they don't call for an SD card. Did it level? I wasn't watching. It's orange pie inside. Aha, gotcha. Okay. Did it actually do it? Let's see. Let's hit it again. Oh, maybe it's thinking. What configuration, network? We can punch in our Wi-Fi stuff right here on the screen. It's thinking about it though. That's so yes, it's going to 60. Yes. Four-way wrench. It's the best wrench. The mesh is a separate step. Okay, cool. Should probably leave it alone while it's doing its thing, but I can't. I have to continue to click on things. We'll let it do its thing. Couple miles away. I know. I should have lined it up with Dave to do this. Honestly, my streaming schedule is way off. Orange pie inside made me hear the old Intel chime. I don't know if this one is doing its thing now. It even told you, I've completed heating and started executing quad gantry level. I'm guessing this is induction. And they usually set up when they do leveling with the nozzle. We'll see how this one does it. They usually set up like a cleaning sequence. Like you'll tap it a few times if there is filament on there, and then it's kind of hard to explain, but they tap it to clean it, and then they'll move it a bit sideways to try to get anything that's affecting it, and they'll test it multiple times. But there's usually a fail out sequence too, like, hey, I couldn't home successfully, and that's when you have to deal with the filament. You just have to be kind of mindful when you set up jobs, how hot it is when you're doing the probe, all that good stuff. But hopefully that's baked into some kind of profile or something. What's the price? Right now they're running a deal on it. It's $15.99 and you get the enclosure for free until September 29th. They have a new nozzle cleaning add-on coming. Cool. Cool. Bring a fence panel. We're gonna get something lined up with Mr. Dave Wilson. We're gonna make that happen. Winter's coming. We won't have anything else to do. We're gonna make it happen. Drive system is expensive, absolutely. bring bring a piece of fencing. I like that. PETG actually might be much better because I don't have a lot of luck with PLA on these textured sheets. You can do it, but PETG works every time. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Actually, we could go Greengate and print out a really awesome looking benchy. We haven't done Greengate in a while. This box is going to be a nightmare to get around. Pretty excited for this one. I haven't been excited for like, like an out of the box printer in a long time. Pretty pumped for this one though. Have a good feeling about it. Uh, Texture plate is perfect. Absolutely. Yes, Purple Rain. That's going to be our test filament of the day. Still doing its thing. Go, printer, go! Purple Acid Rain. Purple Hurricane. This is Green Gate. Green Gate 3D. Rest in peace, Prince. Good old Prince. Guy was something else. Okay, what are we doing now? Oh, now it's responding to all the buttons I was pushing while I was waiting for it. No, we have not done the mesh yet, Dave. Okay. It's still responding to all the times I punched the button. It's got a tool board on it that has USB-C, so you can directly talk to that. So that's cool. It's got like an orbiter-ish style extruder. There's also Purple Haze. That was a old um, Repcord color, right? Well, that's a good point, Chris. Somebody did say that there was a bunch of updates. Let's see. Load filament. Ate too many egg rolls. uh, Frozen egg rolls from Costco are really good. Awesome. Um, let's see. official on GitHub. We are at this is like flashing firmware via the SD card. Awesome. So you think it will pull in firmware from the screen? Still waiting for it to populate the network. It definitely does not like finding the Wi-Fi network. That is for sure. I've confirmed that. Let's let it do the bed mesh. It does have Ethernet. It's they were confirming that it was underneath the printer. I did install the antenna. Yes, it's over here. In fact, I thought about getting a longer antenna out of the store just out of my supply just to see if I could get a little further reach. I know I had a spare one of those somewhere. Higher gain antenna. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a pretty small one, and the router is all the way upstairs. I don't think I have any though that will go. I only have the micro style. I don't think I have any that will go directly to this port. Cantana. Because the port is very small. It will not fit the larger antenna. What could we do? I could always pull an Ethernet cable around, but I don't necessarily really want to do that at all. On the Wi-Fi router. I do have a cable. Well, now a couple of more networks came up, but I'm not sure why mine doesn't come up. tethered to the phone. That's not a bad idea. It finds every network known to man except mine. Asking Chris if he has a cable is like asking if there's missing screws on the floor. You betcha. You betcha. That's true. You can kind of see the screen. That's okay. If you come to my house, you can use my Wi-Fi. It took a week. After it's done with its leveling and all that, we might just give it a reboot and see what it does. That's weak. What am I thinking? I thought for sure I had some of those antennas that might be a little bit better. But I mean, it's pulling networks. So I don't think it's the actual antenna problem. But I think maybe all the antennas that I have are much larger. Antenna brag. So I don't think it's necessarily something wrong with the antenna. Okay, what's it saying now? Save config. Clipper will reboot. Well, that's what we wanted to do anyway. Even the ones on the XL are much larger than that. It won't go through the port. We might just have to break down and plug in a cable. Oh. Let's reboot the host. I don't see the manual option. We'll see what we can figure out. I do too. I'm hoping someday that they will bring some sort of Maker Faire back. Get warm in here. Okay. Just doesn't like it. It's how you orient it. Not a bad idea though. So now we have some decisions to make. So my PC has both Wi-Fi and an Ethernet cable. I could just borrow the Ethernet cable from my machine, but will that kill our screen? And where might this said Ethernet port be? Where we won't hurt ourselves trying to plug it in. I'm gonna get shocked. I sees it. High-speed bench factory. Okay. Let's unplug the cable and see what happens. Hopefully you're still there when I come back. Did we make it? Is this cable going to be long enough? All of these things. All of these things. Dope. We didn't make it. Man. We're gonna have to get a little slack on this cable. Gonna need a little slack over here, Jim. Man, I'm gonna mess up my pretty zip tie job. I actually tried to make these cables look nice, and now I'm gonna unhook it. The things I do. Yep. Now I know what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. Okay. Gotta do what we gotta do. I think that'll do it. Always have an Ethernet hub. You know, it's been so long since I've had to even mess with a cable. The cable has been plugged in. Hello, Maker Viking. How are you? You're still kind of on the screen. There you go.
For replacement Velcro cable management.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. There will be lots more cable management. Got a zip line. Exactly. So, let's see. System. Nope. I want to know. I would like to know what IP it's on. This is just repeating. See if it actually joined the network. Hmm. It has not joined the network. Reboot. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Wreath, hello? Thinking about it. Apparently it still does not show up on the router. Oh, it has the IP on it now on the screen though. So maybe my router is just slow. It thinks it still thinks it's this computer. Yay! We did it. Here it is. There's our mesh. All right. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Oh yeah, we were talking about updates. $11,0205. I wonder how current that is. Hey, it's still exciting every time you figure out how to get online, Tom. Back in my day, we didn't even have the internet. Two, four, six. Nah, that ain't right. September 20th. Firmware update. 114. And what did we say we were on? You can update the system online. Let's just see if some of this rings true, huh? What did it say? Get underscore OS underscore version? It is on 110, released in March. Macros. Locate macro CFG. I can do that. Clipper backup install and back first. Probably not a bad idea, but you know, we're all in. Oh, they want to look at the CFG machine macros. And then they want these are all the new macros. Let's at least do this. Instant break. Probably, but too late. I mean, we can try to print first. For the full send fun. All right, so okay, so
For the full send fund.
Nice. And it tried to space it out. So let's go for caution here. Okay, I'm with you all. There's a PET Benchy that can do it in 21 minutes. What? I do want to try these load buttons though. So let's do this. Let's see what we got ourselves into. I'm kind of worried that my table can't tolerate the speed of this machine. We might lose a table today. They even have smoke. The little light goes green when the filament reaches the sensor. They even have smoke PTFE. That's cool. I don't think I got the end of the filament straight enough. Let's see what's up. Long Bowden tubes like this are always interesting to try to load. It's kicking out filaments. Are we ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this. Are we ready for this? The royal we? For hemp filament? Then everyone will have a good time. What can we do? Actually, this camera will go just a little bit higher. We want to see this thing like up close and in action. This little camera thing has legs on it. So let's try to get you a good shot here. I put thank you for reminding me of that because I took that off and left it on the bed. The collet clip. There. So how can we do this? We might be able to just see it like right in between, like right there. Going in close. We should move that screen over to cover my face. Let's do like this. There. So you can watch the machine and what's going on up close. All right. I think we just let it rip. All right. Do it. I can stand like right here. It's doing its thing. They do let you fine tune it. I'm hoping that since it's leveling with the nozzle that it provides the right amount of squish. As soon as I go reaching to clean anything off, it starts moving around on me. That's just tried and true. That's how it works. We could actually, this thing has super tight zoom. Get this out of the way. Uh, see what that does. Man, now I got all this cardboard I gotta clean up. Worth it. Worth it. I guess we could like put it down. We could try like, we could do one of these. And go. I got very overzealous with my bed temp. I ran it up to 90 and the benchy is set for 70, so that's what it's waiting on. It's waiting for the bed to cool down. Still really cool. True, true, true. You like it when we stream and I just wander off? You just, anybody coming in new is like, what are we watching here? What was I thinking of? Come over here to do something. Now this is how my life actually goes. Oh yeah, that's right. Now see, that's how a company does it right there. So I just checked. Red flyer stream. I just checked my phone and there was a friend request on Discord from somebody over at Peopoly, and they're online. Just in case I ever happen to need them, they're here for me. That's how you do it. That's awesome. Thank you for anyone over there thinking about that. And they didn't know that I was actually streaming this today, before they saw the tweets this morning. So, good on them. What I was actually coming over here to do was to get a little bit more cool air in here. There. Thumbs up. We'll move it around for you, Tom. Jeremy Lucas is here. What's up, Jeremy? Yeah, I've tried insulation on all the beds before, using that like foil bubble wrap style. I've tried the pieces of foam. There was some really nice like ceramic um sheet Like it was kind of like a fibery cloth that worked really well. I've tried it a little bit here and there, but since everybody's either gone to an AC bed or 24 volt, I really haven't had to mess with it much. But it does work. It increases your efficiency quite a bit. So if it's something that you're struggling with, there's a lot of different options. Um, the bed gets plenty hot, but shouldn't have any problems with, you know, a sensible type of material. The styrofoam might be a little iffy. I don't know what that stuff's rated at, but it does work pretty well. Jeremy's at work. What's Mrs. R bringing for lunch today? We are having leftover hamburgers, and I'm pretty excited about that. We grilled some hamburgers last night. They were very tasty. Just dump hot air in the enclosure. That's how you do it. Ask them about the Wi-Fi. We could. Is yellow my favorite color? Orange is actually my favorite color. It's still setting at 75 degrees on the bed. She's not at the fall festival. She's angling on maybe going up there this evening to see what's going on. So we'll see. We have a local fall festival every fall in our city. It's happening right now. Off gassing on Saturday, that's always something you need to consider. Yes. You don't want that. ADC. There is such a thing as leftover hamburgers. When you make too many hamburgers. Stop by Iceberg and meet your granddaughter. Okay, will do. We're getting there. Hey, you know what? I needed a filament box for some storage the other day. And now I have one. I always throw them away, but I might as well put my Peopoly stuff in here. I always throw them away, and then I go, man, I really could use a filament box. Well, I'm not going to toss this one yet. We had the bed heated from before. I heated it to 90. It's at 71. It's waiting for 70. Now label the box, yes, or I'll never remember what's in there. Rock wool. I think that's what I was trying to think of. But it's very warm in here, so that's why I was going for the extra air. Get us a little bit cooler. Let's go, let's go. There it's going. Well, so far, I know we haven't printed anything yet. So far, flawless. Everything works. Didn't have to mess with anything. The Wi-Fi was a little but maybe the firmware update will handle that. Whew! It just made a one quick movement and you could feel the whole table go that way. And it's laying it down. I'm gonna say It needed just a little tiny bit more squish. Can you see it? It's doing its thing. That's as tight as I can get it. Yeah, there's no options to put it on a separate table. But it's definitely going to have a lot of vibration. I could go get a stand because I don't. You're right. This is probably not going to work out very well. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get the cords to reach over here to make this work. It's moving, man. It is moving. Here come the fans. It is moving. Good vibrations. The Blair Witch movie effect. Listen to that. You can't hear that fan, but wow. That is crazy. It just spins up. It's PETG, so it just spins up every once in a while. If the movie was bad already, can you have a bad remake? The question is, how far will our cables reach? All right, I'll take this up to alleviate some of your seasickness. Looks like a time-lapse video. Yeah. Get some of the wires hooked around here. It's crazy the amount of air that thing kicks out. I'm unraveling my whole studio setup here. No videos for a month. There. Well, we can straighten it up a little bit. In fact, let's just have a look-see. It's actually, the fans on it are like, you can't hear it because of noise canceling. The fans on it are crazy loud when they're up full speed, but they're not always full speed. You can definitely see the table move though. I can turn off, you're not gonna like it, but I can turn off noise canceling for a second so that you can hear it? There. So that's with noise canceling off. So just listen to it for a minute. Hey, Steve. Welcome. The printer noise is nothing. You can't hear the printer moving at all. But the fans get crazy. Wait until it revs all the way up there. Oh. It absolutely will. Yes, they said that's exactly what it sounds like, a server fans. So now you've had a taste of the fans, so I'll turn the noise canceling back on, but there you go. But yeah, the printer completely silent. You can't hear it running at all, but those fans get going. You could do a hell of an overhang with those kind of fans. CF might be better, maybe. It's looking really good though. The quality of the print looks awesome. Remember, this is PETG, right? It's looking good. You can see how the fan how hard the fan is moving because it's pulled a PETG string and you can see it pushing it around. This PETG, by the way, sorry Green Gate, but it has been in open air for a long time. It might have just a wee bit of moisture in it. Yeah, you know, the transparent is both good and bad. Like you can see exactly what's happening on camera, especially since it's like right in front of the light. But everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that print looks awful." Actually, it looks amazing. It's just you the filament doesn't do it a lot of justice. After the print's done though, you'll be able to see just how nice it actually is. It is really moving though. Doing good. Don't let your coffee get. Hey, thank you for the reminder. I'm sure it's probably already cold, but I should be drinking it anyway. I should be drinking my water as well. Run through the Philodry as a print. Ah, the good old days. Awesome. SpaceX launch. I saw that was happening today. How fast is that boat? It's pretty fast. I don't know what the speeds get up to. I guess I could check on the here. Let's watch the console for a minute while it's doing its thing. You can see requested speed and all of that. We're halfway done. We had to wait 9 minutes for it to cool down, so keep that in mind. But we're jumping up to 10,000 Excel. Remember, requested. I see 179, 296, 358. Absolutely. Prusa Mini is rock solid. I love those things. That was, yes. Philadelphia was 2019. I like that also, Dave. I like the filament path through the chain. We're doing good. Well, actually, let's see what other kinds of G codes we got here. Oh, just some cubes and a Banshee. So we'll have to slice. I'll have to get a profile set up for it so we can do something awesome later today. Three-tier lac table enclosure. Yeah, I've been there. They're so handy, but they are very flimsy. I've had to add a lot of brackets and wood and things to mine to keep it even somewhat stable. I want to see it like do like a 300 millimeter move across the bed. Orca has profiles already set up. Awesome. What infill percent? I don't know. Uh, I can take a stab at it. I would guess it's probably like 15 or so. A bed flatness print, yeah, something like that. Does it work at 0 weight versus max weight? It should by all rights, yeah. Yeah, Bryce, I think Dave's saying there's a profile on Orca Slicer, so we can copy something off of that. Oh, Tom, you're always so helpful. Uh, I appreciate that. You should build a proper table for me. What else do we want to look at? I've never I've never tried an Orca Slicer, so that's gonna be a new one for me. Human launch in 1 minute. Hope everything goes smooth. Good question. Max temps. Does have a steel nozzle. So the build plate can go up to 130. Ooh, it has a camera. I guess it's right here. It's got a lens cap on it. Aha! How cool is that? Yeah, check that out. The Shrimp Father. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, how are you? Artifact City. You'll have to manually disable the talking to bamboo mothership option. Oh, really? So they're saying that the max hot end tip is 300. So 300 nozzle, 130 bed. And pass it to the YouTube feed. Absolutely. So let's go in for the final shots here as we're coming to the top of our benchy. Yeah, the bed on this thing's pretty serious. It's a pretty hefty piece of aluminum they got there. Lunchtime yet? We haven't even been doing this for 2 hours. It is bridging. Those fans really kick up for the bridge. Based on Prusa Slicer and Bamboo Studio. Yeah, if it's damp, it's not much because it's I saw a few strings here and there, but it looks really good. There's a default profile in OrcaSlicer for positron. See you later, John. Thanks for joining us. Now I have to learn OrcaSlicer on the fly. Scale. I would like, let's do like 5. No, let's do like 300 and 40 and 5. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. $40. Nice, nice. Vinci's almost done. Then we're gonna flip over and all. I kind of just wanted to see, like, flat out, what can this thing do? What are you waiting for? Where are the? There it is. PETG. Now I hate to waste my super awesome Purple Rain for a test print, but science! So I'm just gonna queue this up because I want to see what it does when it makes these 300 millimeter movements, and see what it might do. Yes, Bryce, thank you, and thank you very much to Peopoly for sending this over. I really did want to check this thing out, and we really didn't have the basement funds to buy one ourselves. So, and Mr. Dave Wilson, he was so kind, he actually offered to let us test his, but I didn't feel right about that. I want Dave to enjoy his printer, but Peopoly was nice enough to send this out. We do appreciate that, and it's good for everybody. You all can see it, you can mess around with it. Seems to be a really solid machine. So we'll take a look at DaVinci in a second. You can definitely see the input shaper on it, but that Purple Rain has a crazy sheen, so you can really see that on DaVinci. But let's do this. Yeah, Bryce, they probably would, a little bit at least. So we can just do this in place. I'll just try to hold it here a bit. Hopefully that's somewhat focused. See that again, that Purple Rain has that crazy blue sheen on it, which was what makes it so cool. But that shine really lets you see where that input shaper has avoided the artifacts. But I mean, look at the remember this is PETG. Look at the bridging on that. That's really impressive. A solid color wouldn't show, you know, all these different things, but trust me, this is a really, really clean print. The detail on it's even pretty, I mean, pretty impressive. Look at that. Very cool. Well done, Magneto X. Plus, you have a really cool name, Magneto X. Uh, yeah, and it's recycled. So there you go. It's a big boy, Mad Cat. Big boy. Let's see what it does. I want to see its get up and go here. Yeah, I don't know. Multicolor for this one. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, I think that's would be a great idea for this machine. We'll see. Hold the table down. Yeah, I don't know if that was with co-print or what was going on. I'll have to look that up. It starts up quick. $500 benchy. On a scale from 1 to XL, how heavy is the printer? Um, I would say it's probably almost exactly the same weight as the XL, I would say. Maybe a little lighter than the XL. Maybe just a little bit, but pretty close to the same thing. We're gonna have to get through the first layer before we see any super hot action, so we'll let it do that. Yeah, there you go. Dave would have probably a better perspective than me. I set my XL up and then I never moved it again. You won't be flipping it like the V Zero. Yeah. Jack, how you doing? That's a really good looking benchy. Always one fly. Heavy is good. I respect heavy. I got that figured out. Now we have to do some really awesome prints. We have to find a really solid place to keep it. I might have to build like a little custom table just to keep it from dancing around on whatever I might put it on. Orca will give you clipper screen in the slicer. Nice. Steve, you're welcome. Dave, yeah, send me an email. Steve, you're very welcome. I'm glad that folks learn stuff from the videos. I'm just sharing the stuff that I run into. Hopefully it helps other people. That's great to hear. But thank you. We're coming up really close to 70,000 subscribers, I noticed the other day. Uh, that's just amazing to me. We've been doing this for like 7 some odd years. What was the number? 69,728. So we're coming up on it. To knock out. You've got 11, but you just got started too, right, John? That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of you folks have been around since the very beginning. Remember to change the oil and rotate the tires? Will do. Nice. Absolutely. That is absolutely true. That's what makes it worth it. It's certainly not the vast majority of folks on the internet that are not helpful at all. It's the ones that genuinely appreciate it and it helped them in some way. That's why I still do it. Made Marlin easy. Good old Marlin, man. I still like messing with Marlin. It's one of my favorite things to do. They're actually coming out with MMU3 support. I don't know where the status is on it, but I'm really anxious to try it so we can get the MMU3 working on something else. All right, we're almost done with the first layer. It's only 5 millimeters tall, but I'm really curious what it's going to do with the second layer. Awesome, Jack. Let's see what happens. We've done we've done like almost 700 videos. And that includes, all the live streams and shorts and everything like that. There's so many out there, I don't even remember what we did. But there's always more videos to make. If I had more time to make them, we'd have more videos, but time has been very short the last, probably like year or so, I would say. It's especially right about now. Okay, here we go. First layer's almost done. Whoa! Did you see that white move? Holy carp! That is nuts. I got to put sandbags on it. The Funkin collabs, yeah. But Walter and Glenn, those were always fun. John, yeah. I mean, what's Watch out, earthquake. Uh, since the A4988 days. Our friend John here in the chat has a YouTube channel. He's making videos. Go check him out. There you go. How did you do in COVID? It was okay. It stayed pretty steady. We didn't really start dropping off until I'd say like late 22 when shorts started to get real popular. then YouTube kind of really cooled off. That's funny. I don't hear from Colin that much. Sometimes he pops into the streams. But I don't hear from him much. We kind of drifted during the whole COVID thing, and we just never really got back together. Um, this table is going nuts. uh, Colin's a good guy though. Colin's one of those guys that I've known since I was really, really young, and it's like you can not see each other for a couple of years, and then it's like you've never been apart. He's a really good guy. Shorts are for wearing. Have lots of time. Oh, to be retired. So what now watch the table when it gets down to one of the ends when it starts doing the fast moves. Watch the table move. On a communities post, I'll have to go look. There is a place where you can look and see like shout outs. Um, I'll see. Fun in the country basement. Yeah, we haven't done that in a long time. We've kicked that around. Everybody got super busy and we never returned to it. She's starting to shimmy. Yeah, I haven't been able to keep up on my comments since my co-host went back to work. I haven't been able to keep on the comments like I'd like to. Mentions is what they call it. There you go. It is on there. Check out the table. So it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I want to see like so. I don't know how the slicer's configured. I'd have to go look. But sometimes they use auto cool like the first three layers. They won't cool it. But PETG is kind of cooling is neither here nor there. But sometimes after it gets like the first three layers down, it'll speed up even more. So camera's working overtime. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Dave. I will. Yeah, I couldn't make Printopia this year. I would have liked to, but I had other commitments that I had to meet, unfortunately. What size linear bearings? What are we hitting right now? It's 324. 324 millimeters a second. The the rails are eights, and it has double carts, so that's cool. Now watch right now. Oh, it swung down and went back to the other. Oh, it's doing an infill now, so it's not going to be as rocky. Um, Gotta be something we could. This might stand up there. Watch it. Well, it's already a lot of fun. I already enjoy it. Oh, it almost knocked it over that time. A half inch from side to side. That's probably about what this one's moving. And there's a lot of wood underneath this table. It's not a Tom Llama built table, but there is a lot of wood under this table. That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe we just get some angles, and metal is so expensive, but it would be cool to just have some angles and just make like a short, like welding cart style table for it. Gonna need a bigger room. Concrete water heater slab. There you go. It has nice infill. My I have a like a gooseneck lamp for like prints, like getting light, vertical light on the prints. And it's bolted to the table. And that's just the infill. When it does the solid layers, it really starts moving around. This table's screaming for mercy. You can hear it. So it's pretty entertaining either way. The lamp is kind of creepy. uh, yeah, this should be a good time. I already enjoy the printer. It is very unique. That is for sure. An old pickup to it. Magneto music coming at you. See you later, Jimmy. Do they have AMS? I don't think so yet. Somebody was saying that maybe they were considering some sort of multi-filament. Magneto on the Magneto. I think that's a great idea. An Evo on the string. There you go. All right. Well, we did it. The Magneto X is here. We got it out of the box. It is printing. It was relatively effortless. The only thing we really couldn't do was the Wi-Fi, but that could be just as much my router position as it is the machine. But we'll investigate that further. Shouldn't be a big deal to correct. But as far as getting it set up, ready to print, it kind of does everything for you. You hit a few buttons, you're leveled, the mesh is ready to go, quad level, gantry leveling, all that good stuff. All of that is built right in, and it seems to work really good, and it's very fast. Little heavy, but we can work with that. We can work with that. I wouldn't let the weight steer you from buying the machine, that's for sure. All right, so thank you for all for coming. I know we've done a ton of streams, it seems like, in the last couple of days, weeks. This is we did one last Saturday. We're gonna do one next Saturday as well. So we got all kinds of stuff coming. We'll talk about my week-long experience from what I've had with this next weekend. Our co-host will be back next weekend, so if you missed her, you'll see her then. Thanks for everybody that came by, subscribers, all the super chats, the support. It is much appreciated. Hopefully there are folks at 3D Printopia and you're having a good time. I did send out like a tweet and a post. If you're going to 3D Printopia, we would love to see your pictures. So send them over, get a hold of me, put them to the Google Drive, whatever you want to do, and we'll go through the pictures and see all the cool stuff that you saw. So we didn't fully miss out. We actually got to see some of the photos with you. That would be awesome. So if you feel like doing that, please do, and we'll catch up on it next week. So thanks all. Where is that? It is in Bel Air, Maryland. Bel Air, Maryland is where Printopia is. So thank you. See you soon. I'll update you all on progress as we make it.